Welcome back guys, in this video I'll be reviewing Gulikit's King Kong 3 Max controller, which is a successor to their King Kong 2 Pro controller. My main reason for buying this controller is that it comes with Hall effect sticks and triggers. These sticks are not based on the conventional potentiometer, they are magnetic based. They are basically immune to stick drift issue. Due to the stick drift issue, sticks can register ghost inputs. On your older gamepads, you must have experienced your character looking around or moving automatically even when you're not using the sticks. Theoretically, this gamepad should not be having this problem. Now I own an Xbox One S gamepad. It's almost 5 years old now. Stick drift issue has occurred in its right stick. And this is Dualsense controller, infamous for its stick drift issue. Both of these gamepads don't have Hall effect sticks. In this video, I'll be comparing KK3 Max Gamepad with these two gamepads. Now KK3 Max Gamepad is advertised to work on Nintendo Switch, Windows via X input, Android and iOS platforms. You can see the Nintendo Switch style face and menu buttons on the front side. In this video, I'll be covering the gamepad on PC and Android platforms. If you want to use this gamepad with PlayStation and Xbox consoles, you need to purchase Gulikit's Goku adapter. It is sold separately, not included with the controller. A Hyperlink adapter is included though. It comes with a 1000 Hz polling rate, allows the gamepad to be connected to our PC via 2.4 GHz band wireless channel. In this mode, the controls will be very responsive. The input delay will be less than the Bluetooth mode. You can also connect the gamepad to your PC via wired mode. So we have 3 modes of connectivity. Before jumping into the unboxing and review, just wanted to thank MX2Games. It's the Indian online store from where I purchased this gamepad. Gamepad sells for around $80 on Amazon US, not officially available in India. On MX2Games, it's selling for around Rs 6300. They imported the gamepad. Best part is I didn't have to pay any custom duty. It took them about 2 weeks in India. The shipping was handled by Blue Dart. You can even contact MX2Games on their WhatsApp number. It's given on their website. They'll even offer a small discount if you make the payment via UPI. The site is genuine and highly recommended from my side if you're looking for some exotic gaming gear. I've been using the gamepad for about 3 weeks now. Already unpacked all of the accessories. Just show you the box contents. First we have this Type-C to USB-A cable. You can use it to charge the gamepad. Gamepad's battery has a capacity of around 950 mAh according to Gulikit. The gamepad will last for around 28 hours with vibration mode disabled and autopilot gaming mode enabled. Then we have the accessory set. 4 Xbox style face buttons. Now you need to be very careful here. Don't mix up the Xbox style face buttons with the Switch style face buttons. I did this mistake. I installed the Xbox P face button into the slot meant for Switch P face button. This caused the button to get stuck permanently. I was not able to remove it. The only way to tell the difference between these face buttons is by observing their shapes. Some of these face buttons are curved at the edges. Then we have the 4 metallic handles that are used to activate the back grip buttons. 2 semicircular paddles. They are metallic as well. Then we have the manuals. You don't need to use any software to configure the gamepad. Configuration is done on the gamepad itself. All of the configuration keys have been mentioned in this manual in 2 languages, English and Chinese. Keep this manual in a safe place. It's one of the most feature-rich gamepads I have ever used. In this video, I'll try to explain most of its features. Yeah, there's the gamepad. Comes with a traveling case. Helps preventing the accumulation of dust around its button. Just take it out. Okay, so we have this clip to remove the face buttons. The process is fairly simple. Just use the clip to pull out the face button like this, and you can see my B button is stuck. It still works, but I cannot use the clip to pull it out. This is an Xbox button inserted into the slot meant for a Switch button. You can see the protrusion for the buttons, right amount of protrusion. The buttons don't need to be flush with the casing for the Switch to get actuated. I absolutely hate the design of Dualsense controller here for the select and start buttons. Button needs to be flush with the casing. Very difficult to actuate the Switch this way. All of the buttons on the front side are membrane based. Pressing any of the face buttons will switch on the gamepad. First the left side will vibrate, then the right side, and then the entire gamepad will vibrate. You can see it's the grey color variant. This gamepad is also available in black and white colors. I'll just install the face button again. Installing it is very simple. Just place it like this. There you go. Almost forgot about the Hyperlink adapter. There it is. Using this adapter we can use the gamepad in 2.4 GHz band wireless mode. It has a polling rate of around 1000 Hz. On PC, Xbox One S controller has a polling rate of around 125 Hz. Dualsense controller has a polling rate of around 250 Hz. So theoretically KK3 Max Gamepad is more responsive than both of these gamepads. But when it comes to real world gaming, the difference is not that big. Back to the gamepad, the face, menu and D-pad buttons produces a bumpy feedback. These buttons are mostly silent. This is how they sound. Select and start buttons. Switch Pro controller buttons. Pressing the home button switches on the gamepad. Rings around the sticks and Gulikit logo supports LED lighting. This is the settings cog button used to configure the gamepad, and this is the autopilot gaming button used to create macros. I will be demonstrating this in the later part of the video. Face buttons don't get stuck. Switches on the gamepad. Mostly silent. The D-pad buttons produces a very satisfying sound and a bumpy feedback. D-pad buttons are really very good. They support 4 direction and 8 direction modes. The former is recommended for platforming games and the latter is recommended for fighting games to execute the diagonal D-pad combos. Sticks have a concave design. Thumb resting area is smooth. The periphery has some striped rings. Now if you use your gamepad frequently, I would recommend using thumb grips like these. Our fingers are oily. They will wear out the sticks over a long period of usage. You can even remove the stick cap. Gently pull out the stick like this. There you go. My gamepad did not come with additional stick caps, so I'll be using the default one. It's very easy to move the sticks in complete circles. They are very smooth. Some of the best sticks on any gamepad in the market. They are not grinding against anything. We'll be doing a circularity test for them soon. Both KK3 Max and Xbox controllers have the same design, and it's not a bad thing. Ergonomics wise, I prefer this design over Dualsense controllers. Asymmetrical placement of sticks is more comfortable for me. The gamepad weighs around 500 grams. It's actually lighter than Xbox One S gamepad with 2 AA cells. Way lighter than Dualsense controller. Gamepad fits very nicely in the hand. Grip handles have a textured finish, preventing the gamepad from slipping. Front side is completely smooth. Although the gamepad is completely made out of plastic, it feels very premium. This gamepad goes against Dualsense Edge and Xbox Elite gamepads. Comparing it with Xbox One S controller, the design, identical. Check out the back side. You can see the textured finish. Gulikit logo. Yeah, these are the back grip buttons. Press them. So you can activate the back grip buttons even without using the metallic handles. These back grip buttons have been marked as G1, G2, G3 and G4. When I was removing the metallic handles from G2 and G4 back grip buttons, I scraped off some plastic. So be careful when removing these metallic handles. Using these two toggle switches, we can switch between Hall effect analog triggers and digital micro switches. Just demonstrate this. Digital switches. Okay, so there is a small amount of travel before the switch gets activated. The triggers have a textured finish. Bumpers have a smooth finish. Silent clicky. I'll switch back to analog triggers. There you go. Process is that simple. These triggers are identical to the triggers on Xbox controller. Here on the top side we have the mode button. You just need to hold it for a few seconds to switch on the gamepad. In order to switch among the different modes, just need to press the mode button twice like this. switch to switch mode, Windows mode. This is the Android mode, and this is the dongle mode. The controller will go in pairing mode if we hold this button. LED lights will be blinking like this. There is the Type-C port for the purpose of charging the gamepad and using it in wired mode. Bottom side is completely blank, no 3.5 mm input port. You can turn off the gamepad by holding the mode button for a few seconds like this. There you go. Okay, so now I'll be installing the back grip buttons. First I'll be installing the semicircular back grip paddle. You can map bumper, face, L3 and R3 buttons to any of these back grip buttons. Just push the paddle into the slot. There you go. Next one. Same process. G1 slot. Now I'll install the long handle. G4 slot. Last but not least, we have the G2 handle. Push it in. Yeah, you can see the grip now. Fingers can rest on the semicircular paddles like this. There's one problem with these back grip handles. You won't be able to store the gamepad in the travel case. Can't close it. Need to remove the back grip handles. Inside the grip handles, two maglev motors are present. They simulate 3 rumble modes: rotary, maglev and SD linear. These rumble modes come with 2 cents of vibration, weak and strong. First we have the rotary mode. It has a single vibration frequency. I would not recommend using strong vibration with rotary mode. It was very uncomfortable. Next we have the patented maglev rumble mode. This mode has a variable vibration frequency depending on the game sequence. This rumble mode felt very nice, but I'll be honest, I rarely enable rumble mode while playing games. It consumes more battery as well. Last but not least, we have the SD linear rumble mode. In this mode, maglev motors basically mimic the Switch Pro controller's SD linear mode. I don't have a Switch console to test this feature. Now I'll be covering the gamepad's different connectivity modes on PC platform. This is my Rog Ally running on Windows 11. We'll also measure the gamepad's latency in all of the different modes. First we have the Bluetooth mode. Make sure your PC supports Bluetooth. Enable it from Bluetooth and devices setting. Switch on the gamepad by holding the mode button for a few seconds. Switch to Windows mode. Now press and hold the pairing button until LED lights start blinking like this. Now just click on add device, Bluetooth. There's Gulikit controller selected, connected, done. LED lights should stop blinking like this. Solid LED, connection successful. Over Bluetooth mode, its polling rate is around 125 Hz. Using Gamepad Ally application to test it. Let's check out the latency. Xbox controller. You just need to move the stick in a circular manner. There is the result. Maximum polling rate 125 Hz. Very poor stability 45.75%. Average latency 17.5 milliseconds. Would not recommend using this gamepad with online competitive games in Bluetooth mode. I'll perform the same test for Dualsense controller connected to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Done. Maximum polling rate 1000 Hz. Stability 67.55%. Average latency 1.48 milliseconds. Yeah, the controls are very responsive even when the gamepad is connected to the PC via Bluetooth mode. It completely smoked the Gulikit controller when it comes to Bluetooth connectivity mode. Now I'll be connecting the gamepad to Ally via 2.4 GHz band wireless mode. There is the Hyperlink adapter connected to this dock, which is connected to Ally. Switch on the gamepad by holding the mode button for a few seconds. Just switch to the dongle mode. Double press the mode button. Gamepad should connect to Ally automatically now. Wait for a few seconds. There you go. LED light stopped blinking. Running the latency test again. Let's see the results. In 2.4 GHz band wireless mode, gamepad is detected as an Xbox 360 controller. Maximum polling rate 1000 Hz. Average polling rate 907 Hz. Got a stability of around 91%. Average latency 1.1 milliseconds, which is less than that of Dualsense controller. Gulikit controller finally beat it. So if you want to use the gamepad in wireless mode, I would recommend using the Hyperlink adapter, not the Bluetooth mode. But Bluetooth mode should be fine for casual games, not online competitive games. Now I'll be connecting the gamepad to Ally using a wired connection. In the wired connection, we can use the gamepad as either a Switch Pro controller or an Xbox controller. Switch it on. Switch to Windows mode. Here you go. Run the latency test. Detected as an Xbox 360 controller. Check out the results. Okay, maximum polling rate 1000 Hz, average polling rate 812 Hz, stability of around 81%, average latency 1.23 milliseconds. So good results using both Hyperlink Adapter and wired mode. Just ran the same test for Dualsense controller connected to Ally via wired mode. Polling rate 250 Hz, 100% stability, average latency around 4 milliseconds. Back to the wired connection. I'll just connect the gamepad to Ally and switch Pro mode. There you go. Test the latency. Detected as a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Latency test result. Polling rate 125 Hz, 100% stability, average latency 8 milliseconds. In this mode, you can use Steam inputs gyro. First, you need to calibrate its gyro. Just open Steam. Click on Steam here, then click on Settings. Click on Controller. Nintendo Switch Pro controller should be selected here. Then click on Open. Next to Calibration and Advanced Setting. Then click on Gyro Calibration. Place the gamepad on a flat surface, then click on Calibrate. Continue, wait for the process to complete. Calibration process complete, gyro drift corrected. You can see gyro controls are working. Using Steam input, you cannot configure the back grip buttons. Now you can enable gyro from Steam input. Just select any game from your Steam library, then click on the controller icon here. Edit layout. Gyro. Remap the controls from here, entirely up to you. Gyro behavior. Click on the drop down bar as joystick. Click on the settings cog. Scroll down. Gyro enable button. Click on the drop down bar. By default it is set to always on. I usually use left trigger to activate gyro. Now when we hold the left trigger and move the gamepad like this, gyro should work. Character will be looking around. Just to be clear, gyro in Switch Pro mode is completely different from gyro in X input mode. The latter is configured and calibrated on the gamepad itself. I'll show you this in the later part of the video. Now I'll show you how to update the gamepad's firmware. Just head to Gulikit's website, click on download, scroll down until you find KK3 Max where it is. Latest firmware version 3.7. Added support for wireless wake up on Steam Deck OLED. After Steam Deck OLED enters sleep mode. Yes, this gamepad works on Steam Deck as well. Click on download here. Enter the code shown. Download complete. It's an archive file. Just extract its content to anywhere on your PC. Basically you need the bin file. Right click, copy, and just paste it in the downloads directory. There's the firmware file. Upgrade instructions. With the controller powered off, connected to the computer using the provided USB cable. Powered off. Cable connected. Press and hold the APG button, which is the double square icon button on the controller. Then press A button to power it on. A Gulikit USB drive will appear on the computer. This is the APG button, guys, and this is the A button. Press both of them. Yeah. After extracting the downloaded upgrade firmware file, copy the corresponding bin file to the root directory of the USB drive. There's a bin file that we extracted. Right click, copy, and there's Gulikit drive, basically our gamepad. Open it, paste the bin file here. Don't need to do anything else. Firmware will be flashed automatically. Using a wired connection again, Windows mode. Now in case the sticks are not working properly, we do have the option to recalibrate them. The process is simple. Need to press and hold L, R, left D-pad and A buttons for about 6 seconds. During the calibration process, need to move both of the sticks in complete circles 2 to 3 times. Once the calibration process is complete, the ring color will change into green. This works for both joysticks and triggers. Only do this if they are not working properly. Now in order to calibrate the built-in gyroscope, Place the gamepad on a flat surface. Now you need to press and hold plus minus left D-pad and A buttons together like this. Your gamepad will vibrate, indicating that the calibration is complete. Now I'll be testing all of the buttons and sticks of the gamepad using Gamepad Tester. First we have the left stick. Wow, it's so easy to trace a circle using the stick. Pinpoint accuracy. Right stick, it's the same thing. D-pad buttons using the 4 direction mode. Not easy to execute the diagonal combo. Bottom left. I'll switch to the 8 direction mode. Just need to hold the settings button and press the right D-pad button. Long vibration corresponds to 8 direction mode. Now I'll try to execute the diagonal combo. Yeah, it worked, as you can see. Switch back to 4 direction mode. Same key combination. 4 direction mode is recommended for platforming games. 8 direction mode is recommended for fighting games. Select and start buttons. Face buttons. Bumper buttons. Right trigger. Okay, it seems there is a small dead zone here. Minor. Left trigger. Just switching to the digital micro switch. Right switch. Yeah, the dead zone is noticeable here. Jumps directly from 0 to 1. Left switch. Now I'll be running the circularity test for the sticks. Move the sticks in complete circles slowly. Check for average error. On the left stick it's around nil. On the right stick it's around 0.7%. Running the same test for Dualsense controller. Left stick has an average error of 9.2%. Right stick has an average error of 8.2%. Gulikit sticks were better. This time I'm running the same test for Xbox One S gamepad. Left stick has an average error of around 17%. Right stick has an average error of around 15%. Can't compete with Gulikit sticks. Now I'll show you how to configure the gamepad's built-in gyro. It works with all of the connectivity modes. In order to enable gyro, just need to press and hold the settings button and then press either L1 bumper or left trigger. In most of the shooting games, aim down sights is mapped to the left trigger, so I'll use the left trigger for the purpose of activating gyro. 3 levels of gyro sensitivity have been provided by Gulikit. In order to switch among them, just need to press the same key combination again and again. 1 vibration corresponds to low sensitivity, 2 vibrations correspond to medium sensitivity, 3 vibrations correspond to high sensitivity, long vibration correspond to disabled. I am currently using the low sensitivity mode and this is the result. Hold the left trigger. I'll be honest guys, was not impressed by this built-in gyro. It was very inaccurate, as you can see. Oh my god. Medium sensitivity, 2 vibrations, inaccurate again. This is high sensitivity, 3 vibrations, disable gyro, long vibration, stopped working. I just showcased this in a game. This is low sensitivity. Switch to medium sensitivity now. High sensitivity. Not very accurate guys, as you can see. Not a big deal though, as this gamepad has some amazing sticks. I'll be using the stick itself to aim. I hope Gulikit improves their built-in gyroscope. May be possible via updates. You can use it if you want. Dualsense controller has better gyro than KK3 Max. Do it the same sequence. This time I'm using Dualsense controller. Check out its gyro accuracy. Wow, way better than that of KK3 Max. Slow. Consistent. Gamepad settings can be reset by simultaneously pressing the settings button and the minus button. Joystick sensitivity can be adjusted. Each stick can be configured individually. 3 levels of sensitivity are provided: 50, 100 and 150%. In order to switch among them, just need to press and hold the settings button and either L3 or R3 button. One vibration corresponds to 50% sensitivity, 2 vibrations correspond to 100% sensitivity, and 3 vibrations correspond to 150% sensitivity. Color around the LED ring will also change. This is 100% sensitivity for both of the sticks. I'll just configure the left stick. 3 vibrations, this is 150% sensitivity. 1 vibration, this is 50% sensitivity. Okay, I'll test it as well. Yeah, sensitivity has changed now. 100%. Moves very easily now. 150%. Very sensitive. It's up to you. Same thing for right stick. I'll stick with 100%. You can switch among the different LED color profiles by pressing and holding the settings button and then pressing the left D-pad button. Joystick rings light up only when I move the sticks with this profile. Joystick rings LED has been disabled. Not sure what happened with this profile. Okay, Gulikit's logo color changed from blue to green. When the controller is switched off and charging, Gulikit's icon will glow orange. Now I'll show you how to map a key to any one of the back grip buttons. G4 in my case. The process is very simple. Just press and hold the settings button. Now press the back grip button. Gamepad will vibrate. I'll map Y button to it. Now when I press the G4 back grip button, Y button gets executed. Now I'll show you how to create a macro. Just need to press and hold the double square button for about 3 seconds. Gamepad will vibrate, indicating that the macro recording process has started. Then you need to provide the input. Your input will get recorded. Even the stick movement will get captured. To end the macro recording, just need to press the double square button again. Macro recording will stop automatically after about 10 minutes. So you can record a 10-minute long macro. This is just insane. In order to execute the macro once, just need to press the double square button once. In order to repeat the macro in a continuous loop, need to press the double square button twice. I'll just demonstrate this. Start macro recording. Hold the double square button for about 3 seconds. Gamepad vibrated. Give the input. Stop macro recording. Execute it. Press the double square button. You can see it worked. Now I'll execute it in a loop. Press the double square button twice. It started. It's not going to stop. Repeat in a loop. In order to stop it, just press any button on the gamepad. Moving the sticks won't work, as you can see. Macro stop. Now I'll show you how to use the rapid turbo feature of this gamepad. Let's say I want to press the Y key continuously, so I'll just assign it to the turbo key. All I need to do is press and hold the settings button and then press the Y key. 1 vibration. Now when I press and hold the Y key, it gets executed as if I am continuously tapping it. Now if I just want to press the Y button once in order to simulate the continuous tapping function, need to execute the same key combination again, like this. 2 vibrations correspond to auto rapid fire. So I'll just press the Y button. There you go, auto rapid fire. In order to stop it, execute the same key combination. There you go. A, B and XY phase buttons function can be swapped. Just need to press and hold the settings button and then press the plus button. Gamepad will vibrate. Now when I press the A phase button, B phase button function gets executed. When I press the X phase button, Y phase button functions get executed. This is confusing. We can switch among the different vibration modes by pressing and holding the settings button, then pressing the down D-pad button. 3 vibrations correspond to SD linear mode, 1 vibration corresponds to rotary mode, 2 vibrations correspond to maglev mode. Vibration intensity can be adjusted by pressing and holding the settings button and then pressing the up D-pad button. 1 vibration corresponds to weak vibration, 2 vibrations correspond to strong, and long vibration corresponds to vibration disabled. Now I'll be connecting the gamepad to my Xiaomi Pad 6 running on Android 14 based MIUI. Just switch on the gamepad, press and hold the mode button for a few seconds. Now switch to the Android mode, double press the mode button. Open the Bluetooth settings of your tab. There you go. Press and hold the pairing button. LED lights will start to blink. Search for the gamepad. There it is, Xbox wireless controller. Tap on it. Oh no, by mistake I tapped on Dell PC. Try it again. Tap on pair. There you go. Successful connection. LED light start blinking, solid color. It works just like an Xbox controller. I'll just start Call of Duty Mobile. Match started. Our gamepad is working as an Xbox controller. Check out the input response. Your latency is not an issue. Gyro is working. Forgot to disable it. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, enemy. Got him. Yeah, so I was testing the controls. Enemy. Okay, so our battery buttons are also working. I'll just sprint. Even on Android platform, key mappings are stored on the gamepad itself. Really impressed by KK3 Max. Not expecting this. Not pressing the left stick. I just press the G1 back grip button to sprint like this. And just run one more game. Started Hitman Blood Money Reprisal. Gamepad is working as an Xbox controller. There's Agent 47. I'll just test the gyro feature. Level 1. Check the accuracy. Yeah, it's not very accurate. Can observe a few skips. Level 2. Easier to test gyro on a big display. Sensitivity increased. Again, it's not very accurate. You can see few skips. Level 3. At least it works. Very high sensitivity. Not recommended for aiming. Again, the controls are responsive. You can use the gamepad in Bluetooth mode, especially when you're not playing online competitive games. Perfectly fine for casual gaming. Okay, need to use my weapon. Start killing people. That's it with the test. Time to wrap up the video. I was very impressed by the performance of KK3 Max. It sells for around $80. Highly recommended from my side. Looks and feels premium. No mushy buttons, at least in my case. They have a nice bumpy feedback, especially the D-pad buttons. They support both 4-direction and 8-direction modes. Customizable face button caps. Xbox layout keycaps are included with the gamepad. You can even replace the sticks caps. 4 back grip buttons are present. Unfortunately, with the metallic handles installed, you cannot store the gamepad in its travel case. 3 connectivity modes: Bluetooth, 2.4 GHz band, wireless and wired. You can use the gamepad in Bluetooth mode while playing casual games. For online competitive game, I would recommend using 2.4 GHz band wireless mode using the Hyperlink Adapter, which is included with the controller. You won't be getting any latency issues with it. Rumble modes with single and variable frequencies are present. Battery life is very good, way better than that of Dualsense controller. It has some of the best sticks on any gamepad available in the market right now. Showed you the circularity test, pinpoint accuracy. These are Hall effect sticks immune to stick drift. Using a toggle switch on the backside, we can switch between a Hall sensing trigger and a digital micro switch. Gamepad supports up to 10 minutes of macro recording. This is just insane. It can even capture stick movements. Sensitivity of the sticks can be adjusted. Multiple LED color profiles are present. Gamepad supports X input mode on both Windows and Android platform. It basically works as an Xbox controller, which means it has universal compatibility with the games. Not everything is perfect though. I was not impressed by the accuracy of its built-in gyroscope. Bluetooth performance can be improved further. It's very easy to mix up the Switch face buttons with the Xbox face buttons. I ended up doing this mistake. Now my B button is permanently stuck. I cannot pull it out. Its pros definitely outweigh its cons. That's it with the video guys. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.